Hello there, very good morning and welcome to your Primetime Breakfast News Bulletin. I'm Shayan Silva. In your headlines this morning now, the committee appointed to look into a paddy price hike recommends an increase in paddy prices. In the meantime, special investigations launched into the death of a housemaid who is alleged to have committed suicide in Saudi Arabia, while the man accused of California shooting rampage charged with 7 counts of murder. On to your stories in detail now. Minister of Agriculture Mahinda Apabewardena stated that the committee appointed regarding the price of paddy recommended that the price of paddy should be increased. The minister stated that the recommendations have been forwarded to the Ministry of Finance.
A committee was appointed to look into the increase in paddy prices following the request made by the farmers for a paddy price hike due to the increase in fuel prices. However, Minister of Agriculture Mahinda Apabewardena stated that according to the committee report, the price of paddy will not be increased during this season. He pointed out that since stocks of paddy from the Maha season have already been released to the market, a paddy price hike would not benefit the farmers. The minister stated that measures will be taken by the government to buy paddy for a higher price from the next season. Minister Mahinda Apabewardena further stated that though the expected harvest from this season was 2.5 million metric tons, under the current circumstances it would be possible to surpass this goal.
The Foreign Employment Bureau says that a special investigation will be conducted into the death of the Sri Lankan housemaid who is said to have committed suicide in Saudi Arabia.
A communique issued by the Bureau states that all evidence have been forwarded to the CID in this regard. The Foreign Employment Bureau said the Sri Lankan embassy in Saudi Arabia had been informed that the woman committed suicide by jumping off a building. However, it has been decided to hand over the investigations to the CID as they have been unable to unravel the cause of death as yet. Meanwhile, the Foreign Employment Bureau said the woman has left for Saudi Arabia without registering herself with the Bureau. The deceased is Y.H. Minoli residing in Kosgama.
The Ceylon Teachers Services Association says that the majority of the students have been inconvenienced due to the non-release of the recorrection results of the recently concluded GCE advanced level examinations.
General Secretary of the association, Mahinda Jayasinghe, said that this has led to a rise in speculation in the society on advanced level results. When inquiry was made from Examinations Commissioner W.M.N.J. Pushpakumar in this regard, he told News First that a fair amount of period is required for the release of the results. The Commissioner went on to say that by now, most of the recorrection work has been completed. About 150,000 applications were received for recorrection this time. The Examination Commissioner pointed out that only 69,000 applications were received in 2010 and it took till June the following year for the recorrection results to be released. However, he went on to say that they will try to release these results before June this year.
In the meantime, the Ceylon Teachers Union convened a media briefing in Colombo yesterday. The Secretary of the Union, Joseph Stalin, expressed these views at the briefing.
What
the Minister of Education is doing to the education sector is similar to his statement that an individual could live with 2,500 rupees. The education system is a problem connected to the future of the country's children. This is how he acts in this issue as well. The problem we are faced with is that the Minister of Education conducts his activities in an arbitrary manner without consulting academics, teacher unions or unions of principals. Another statement made by him is that a packet of rice could be obtained from the canteen of the Ministry of Education for 40 rupees. We would like to ask this. This country has about 3,000 education officials, about 225,000 teachers and principals, and do a majority of them eat the 40 rupee lunch packet from the Ministry of Education? The Education Minister is following the same procedure regarding education as well. Special bus services will commence operation from today in line with the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Chairman of the National Transport Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, said that these services will operate from the central bus stand in Petta to all parts of the island. He further said that 1,000 additional buses will be assigned in this regard in addition to the 3,100 buses that carry out normal bus services. The chairman of the National Transport Commission went on to say that special operations will be launched to trap those who charge unreasonable fares from passengers during the New Year season. Staying in local news, there are numerous reports of how farmers are affected by natural disasters. Floods and the increase of salination levels in water are the most common of these disasters. A solution to these issues has been discovered in the Godagama area in Mathura. Mathura is an area that sees several instances of flooding and the increase of salination levels from time to time. Farmers state that they are forced to expend a significant amount of human capital to engage in farming activities as a result. A solution to this problem is being formulated by Jayasena Radhampola since 2007. Accordingly, a raft is constructed with the aid of empty barrels and wood on which a cultivation area is prepared. Thereafter, plants such as chilies, brinjals and tomatoes can be planted on these rafts. The raft thereafter rises with the water level during the incessant rains and the crops are not damaged as a result. On your sports news this morning, Sri Lanka Vice-Captain Angelo Matthews says that he will not stop bowling in the shorter version of the game. However, he went on to say that he needs to manage his workload in the longer version of the game owing to the injuries he's going through. Matthews made this statement at the press conference in Colombo yesterday.
Well, I'm definitely not going to give up on my bowling in one days and 2020s. But the longer format, I need to rethink and I need to manage my workload. I'm not going to stop my bowling at all. I mean, if I have a long season and then I need to readjust and think about my workload as well, because playing in all three formats take a lot of out of you as well. So as an all-round, I mean, it's very demanding. So you need to keep fit as well as, manage your workload.
Let's now take a look at your currency exchange rates. Well, there you go. That's a look at your Primetime Breakfast News Bulletin for today. Of course, don't forget to log on to www.newsfirst.lk for the very latest on the world around you. Hope you have a brilliant day ahead. Up next is Good Morning Sri Lanka.